In a small village nestled along the banks of the Day River, poverty wasn't just a condition. It was a legacy etched into the parched, cracked earth. Here, a child's ambition rarely stretched beyond a water buffalo and a plow. The more adventurous dreamed of a bus ticket to the city, a one-way path to a life of manual labor. But one boy, Than, was different. His thin frame held a pair of bright, piercing eyes, and in them burned a fierce desire to break free from his village's bamboo gates. Not with a bus ticket, but with the power of education. Than's family was one of the poorest in the district. His father had passed away when he was young, leaving his mother to carry the world on her shoulders. She worked their small patch of rice paddy and collected scrap metal, her back bent under the weight of a shoulder pole, all to keep her 2 children in school. Their home, a leaky, dilapidated structure, held one precious treasure, an old wooden table pushed against a window. It was the only spot in the house with enough light to read by during the day, and it became Than's entire world. Summers in the countryside felt like liquid fire, the air thick and heavy. While other kids sought refuge in the river, Than remained indoors, buried in textbooks he'd borrowed from friends. When winter arrived, the harsh northeast monsoon would whistle through the cracks in the walls. He'd wrap a tattered cotton blanket around his legs, his hands trembling with cold as he forced his numb fingers to form each letter neatly in his notebook. His mother, seeing his struggle, once gently suggested he quit school to help support the family. Than looked at her, his voice unwavering, and said, "I'm not afraid of hardship, Mother. I'm only afraid of not being able to go to school." The ultimate test of his resolve came during his final year of high school. After working for days under torrential rain, his mother fell gravely ill. The meager savings she had painstakingly put aside for his university entrance exams were now all spent on her medicine. The future he had fought so hard for seemed to be dissolving before his eyes. There were moments when he stood on the precipice of despair. He would look at his dog-eared math book, then at his mother's gaunt, pale face as she lay on her sickbed, and tears would stream down his cheeks. The weight of it all felt unbearable. But in his darkest hour, his mother reached out and took his hand. Her voice was weak, a mere whisper, but her words were a lifeline. "Don't give up your life for me," she said. "Only education can pull you out of this misery." Those words were the spark that reignited his spirit. They were a permission slip to keep fighting, a reminder of what was truly at stake. Than embarked on an incredible journey of perseverance. His days became a grueling, meticulously planned battle against time and circumstance. At dawn, he was in the fields, taking his mother's place, his young shoulders learning the familiar weight of the shoulder pole as he collected scrap metal. In the afternoons, he returned home to care for his ailing mother, preparing her meals and tending to her needs. And at night, when the village fell into a deep, exhausted silence, Than's real work began. Under the dim, flickering glow of a single kerosene lamp, necessary sacrifice to save on their tiny electricity, Bilhi dived into his studies. He had no money for private tutors, no access to the internet, no extra resources. Every piece of knowledge was a hard-won victory, gleaned from relentless self-study and by humbly seeking help from his old teachers. They saw the fire in his eyes and gave what they could, their time, their encouragement, their old notes. Some nights, the sheer exhaustion would overwhelm him. He would fall asleep right at his desk, his head resting on an open book, only to jolt awake hours later. He'd splash cold water on his face, shake off the fatigue, and dive right back into the world of complex equations and profound essays. He was a soldier in a silent war, fighting for a future that only he could see. Then came the day the university results were announced. A ripple of excitement turned into a wave that washed over the entire village. Than hadn't just passed, he had done the unthinkable. He was the valedictorian of the entire province in the natural sciences category. The boy from the leaky hut, who studied by a kerosene lamp, had outshone everyone. The news was like a cool, refreshing breeze cutting through the sweltering heat of the poor countryside. It was a victory not just for Than, but for everyone who had witnessed his struggle. On the day he was set to leave for the university, his entire world was packed into a single old bag containing a few faded sets of clothes, but tucked safely in his breast pocket was something far more valuable. It was a small roll of bills, crumpled and damp. It was the sweat and sacrifice of his mother, the kindness of his neighbors, the hope of an entire village. Each person had contributed a little something to help send the village's valedictorian on his way. As he walked away from the bamboo gates, he wasn't just carrying a bag and some money. He was carrying the dreams of his people, a testament to the incredible power of the human spirit to find light even in the darkest of places. His journey was a powerful reminder that with unwavering determination, the most bitter struggles can yield the sweetest fruit. If you or someone you know is facing challenges and needs support, please remember that help is available. You can reach out to a local mental health service or call a helpline. You are not alone. Thanks for watching.